Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela and I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of Whips and Bits. Now this one's going to be insane. So let's get started with video updates. Brain turned to mush again. Right, so videos that I uploaded this week for you was the crochet water balloons #17. Now this is a quick and easy way to keep the kids entertained during summer months. Although looking at the weather outside my window on this Friday morning, I've realised I might have tempted fate and put that one out because it's been chucking it down ever since. But it was there so that I could use up my CBB or CCBB blanket yarn. Now again, there is a yarn review for the CCBB and blanket yarn that came out a couple of days later. And going back to the water balloons, they were a massive thing last year, so there are going to be other tutorials out there for different styles, not just my own. Okay, so if you don't get on with mine, do a quick search for either water balloon or eco a water balloon and they will come up for you. See, it's not just about my patterns, but I'll only be showing mine if you make them. Right, my next set of videos up with, of course, our lives. I thoroughly enjoyed the lives this week again. Now we had Liam's not the only one, which has got a picture of a cat doing a trump. Sorry, letting one go or going poof, as I say for Liam when he stinks out under the table. And then the second one is love them or loathe them. Okay, that is about yarn ends as per normal. You know my feeling about those, especially considering I do over 8,000 just for the poppies alone each year. That reminds me, I really need to get back on to them. And of course on Thursday I got really excited because I finally finished writing up the pattern and uploading this cheeky guys a pattern to Ravelry. So I did do a very quick shout out video stating that the pattern's up and you can get it. Yeah, just very excited. Now a little insight to the Ravelry. At the moment there is only the unicorn blanket and of course Max the koala. Over this next couple of weeks I will be typing up and adding more patterns, but I can't guarantee when they are going to come up. And I'm thinking of releasing, say, one pattern that you guys won't have seen and then one pattern that has a tutorial attached from the channel. Okay, so at the moment we've got, of course, the unicorn, that's got the tutorial. The koala will have a tutorial, so my next one that needs to go in has to be one that hasn't got a tutorial, and it will not be one of the winner only prizes. Although I have had thoughts on that, but I need to check to see whether I can do it or not. How would you feel about a mystery pattern? Just a mystery pattern box and you click it and see what you get. Stick your comment down below. As I said, I have a couple of ideas how we can go, how we can do it, but I need to check the legalities of it first. Then we had our Throwback Friday. Now for any new channel members, the Throwback Friday series are videos that I'm re-showing you from way back when I started the channel. So it gives you a nice little insight into what I was posting back then and how I supposedly have improved. I say supposedly, we all know it's not quite like that. If anything, I've got worse. Right, so and now on to what's been going on in the world of crazy this week. Well, as you know, because I've already said, his pattern's done. He's up on Ravelry. Link will be in the description box down below to the Ravelry page. Right, so if you do decide to purchase Max the Koala's pattern, I thought I'd give you a little bit of a breakdown as to what you get within the pattern, okay, and what's different from the YouTube patterns and of course the written. Right, and at no point am I saying you have to buy. If you want to sit and write it all down as you go, that is entirely up to you. Right, so within your pattern you get a stitch guide on how to do the C2C, and that is in both chart form and written pattern. Okay, you get a guide for converting from US to UK terms, as the pattern is written in US terms. You also get a section that's called the math breakdown, which is so that you can work out the different amounts of yarn usage. The sum is there, but you're going to have to do the math yourself. You also get your list of row by row box counts. You get hyperlinks to every one of the videos. That includes the tips and tricks video. And they work now. So if you purchase the pattern now, you can start it now, or at least once you've rated your yarn and made sure you've got all the right colours. And then you also receive within the written pattern a border, which is the border that is on Max here. And now that is not in the video tutorials, because of the way I see it, if you're going to pay for the pattern, I want to make sure you get a little bit extra at least, okay, because you're coughing up real money. So of course that is what you're getting within your pattern. Right, I've done that bit, now move on to the next bit. Right, and the tutorials for all of that, all of the entire thing, all the tutorials done, dusted, loaded up, ready to go. I'm quite shocked with myself. When you do finally get to see the very first video on Tuesday, I say Tuesday because on Monday we have got the C2C tips and tricks video 1. Now I've labelled it video 1 because I'm bound to have missed something out, and I'm hoping you guys will write some questions in the box, in the comment section, so that I can make video number 2. It's that simple. Help a girl out. Brain cells gone to sleep. Now I've set that video up as a premiere because I've never done one before, and I pushed the button and haven't worked out how to take the button off again. So I've got to put my alarm on to make sure I'm here for my own premiere on Monday. So that is premiering, was it 10:30 AM GMT. If you don't make it, don't worry, it will still be on the channel so you can watch it as normal. And that video will be getting linked to all future corner to corner videos anyway. Okay, so it is linked, of course, to Mr. Maximus, sorry, Max the Koala. I shouldn't really extend the name, should I? So no, it is linked to Max and each of the further videos that will be in the series. Now, when you get to view that first video, make sure you check that description box, because in there I will be adding any oops moments, as in I've said the wrong thing at this point, that point, the other. But YouTube are now letting us put chapters in our videos. Now the chapters mean that I can set it so that you've got a quick link to hop to each section. So if you're reading down and there's a section in there that you're like, oh, that's the question that I've got, I want the answer, you click on the number that's by the side, which is the timestamp, and it takes you directly to that video, that section of the video. Okay, that took me another hour to type out, but if it helps you, then I'm willing to do. It is that simple. So I've done that for the first video. I've got to go back and do it for video 2, 3 and 4, but I've done it for the first one, so I've got another week to go before I have to get really antsy about doing it again. But don't panic, I will have it done. I'll probably be setting to it tonight, to be honest. Right, so now time for the featured pattern. I think that's what I might have to call this little section. Right, so of course the last couple of weeks I've been adding a new pattern to Dori whenever I finally get around to completing one. And this time, the pattern is called the Up North Jumper, and it is by the Make and Do crew. Now there will be a link in the drop down box and down below to this video where you can make one yourself. It has got a written pattern attached that I believe is free. You might have to deal with a couple of ads as you're scooting through it, but it's free. And it comes in lots of different sizes. Now for my one, of course, I used a dream catcher. Now you will be getting a review for that next week. So I'm, as I said, oops, sorry, let me move over. It's a Dreamcatcher by Stylecraft. This is a different colour cake, but I used 4 of them to make that jumper. That one just there by the side. I'll bring it up close in a second for you to have another nose at. And it's very simple. It is a 1 stitch all the way along, which if I remember rightly is a back loop only single crochet. And now with this yarn, it worked up lovely. It was nice to use, but when it came to sewing your seams, and I attempted to stick it on my needle and just pull it through, it did start felting. So I ended up having to crochet the seams together, which to be honest is something I actually prefer to do, because for me it works out a lot quicker. I hate sewing. Right, so let's bring Dori close so that you can have a look. Now also with this pattern, when I made it, I followed the wrong sizing. Now that, not the wrong sizing, sorry, I followed the right sizing for me, for my height, for my width, but the model is 5 foot something and she's on the lower side, whereas I'm on the higher side. So I had to add a rows when I'd finished. I had to add yeah, far too many rows, and so I just kept going until I'd pretty much run out of yarn, and stupidly forgot to add the rows to the sleeve. So mine sits there, there's no tugging it and sticking it over my hands like I normally would do with a jumper, because I like to have it hiding my hands if I can, but oh well, I did what I could with the yarn that I had. Right, so let's bring Dori forward and move her around the mic so you can still hear me. There we go. Can you see it? Oh, by the way, that is 2 fridge magnets stuck together just to hold it so Dori doesn't flash any bits and pieces. Right, so with this pattern, which I'm actually going to have to move away from the camera. Right, so putting this one on the table is no good because it's too close and you can't see the detail. Right, so with this pattern, it is worked in back panel, 2 front panels. Then you make the ribbon section here to sew on, which is actually meant to be wider. But what I've actually done is attached it and looped it round on itself, so that when I've run the seam, you've only got the 1 seam and not 3. Okay, so it's a hidden seam on the front. And of course on the back end of it, it's just the 1 seam. Oh dear. And it has, so of course I've had to add extra rows to the bottom of this as well, so don't look too closely, it's a bit wonky. Right, and then it has pockets as well, so you've got somewhere to put your hands because the sleeves are too short. But other than that, the pattern is lovely and the pattern is really easy to do. It is just a case of, I'm not good with jumpers yet. I haven't made enough clothing. I've made shawls and lots of them, but I haven't made clothing, so I am still learning when it comes to how many extra rows I'm going to need just to cover my bum. Once I've sussed that out properly, then I will be able to adjust these rib sections and the sleeves and everything else to match. But when I made this, I didn't. I knew nothing. Right, so that is the front. And then turn it round, it is a very simple, the back of it is a very simple stitch all the way along. Right, and let's put Dori back. My arm's falling off. So of course that is my take on the Up North jumper by the Make and Do crew. Hook I used was the one suggested. Don't ask, I don't remember. And when it came to seaming, I did actually use a smaller hook. It was like 1 size down, but again, I can't remember. And if you're wondering about the glasses, oops, sorry for the wiggle, I just need the table. I had to stop filming and take Spud out for a W. He was getting antsy and it had stopped raining. So, little story. We went over to the local field where everybody takes their dogs to play, not the nature reserve, the other one, and I bumped into a lady with a little white fluffy dog. Very, very friendly little dog, and we've spoken before, so we knew that the dogs were okay to play. So as I've let Liam off the lead after they'd said hello and they are running loops, the lady looks at me, she gives me a funny look as I call out Liam's name, And she says, Liam. Not the Liam. I said, well, he's the only one I know of in the area. And she looked at me, she grinned, and she went, your daughter, does she wear a yellow jumper that says Australia on it all the time? I said, yeah, it's her go-to favourite. Why? She went, because I'm the lady who Liam tiddled on the other month. I was like, no! Now I can put a name to the face to the story. But, oh, he was a tinker, isn't he? And he also got to play with two 11-month-old collies. Oh, they are so cute, the two boys. He had another bit of a run round, so he's had fun. We've been out for about an hour. He's run himself ragged, so now he is just chilling in his bed. Right, so a poppy update. Here it is so far. This is my box so far. It's a so far box, okay? Meaning Poppy ain't finished the freaking poppies. Okay, so this will be another box of 60, and I will have it complete and up there by Sunday. Okay, so I'm being cheeky, I'm being naughty, and I'm breaking my normal rules about declaring boxes before they're finished. But it's getting done. I'm going to do this while sitting down, having my lunch and my dinner and everything else. They are this evening's jobs. Okay, so that will bring the final the total as it stands at the moment to finally 660. And I've even got some more poppy fronts that I might carry on doing. Because I carried on going, of course, where I've been making them when I've been out on travel. So make them in the car while the husband's driving. So I'm getting close to having another box ready once I've finished making more poppies and sewing them all together. But hey ho. Bonus thing is, I've got something else to look forward to. Talking of something to look forward to, my birthday is next month. That's right, I'm one of them dodgy Leos that are born in August. So what I'm planning to do is an evening live. Okay, I will try and get it as late as I can, which means then that hopefully some of you guys in Australia will be able to come in first thing in the morning. And of course the American crazies will be able to jump on as well, I hope. So what it is I'm doing my birthday live where you will have the opportunity to win some prizes. We have not just got my winner only patterns, which of course there is going to be a new one this month. And I've written that one up all ready to go. See, I told you, I've been on a mission. And but what we've also got is our gorgeous Reggie at J Hook Crochet. She has offered up a pattern as well, which will be a pattern of your choice from her Ravelry store. And our gorgeous Whisper at Whisper Crochet, she has also offered up a pattern as well. Now I've got that one sitting here ready to go. And I will tell you more about those on the live. So keep your eyes peeled because it will be labelled a birthday live. Okay, and also if you are in the UK, then there will be the opportunity to win stuff that you can hold. But if you end up winning on those and you live outside of the country, don't panic, it will be a winner only pattern from me. So there is still the opportunity for you to win prizes, and it doesn't matter what country you're in. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. I've just got to make the picture that goes on it so that you guys know that is my birthday live. I will stick that up nice and early so you get a week or so's a warning, because I haven't worked out the day yet. Although I know what day my birthday's on. I don't know if the husband's arranged anything, so what I'm going to do is do it for the week after. That way there's no having to cancel. Right, so talking of winner only patterns, I know that some of you may have heard the term but wouldn't actually know what these patterns are. Now these patterns are based off of characters from films. Okay, so because of this I'm not able to sell the patterns, but I don't want to waste them because I made them, I love them, and I think you guys will like them too. And so that is why they are winner only patterns. What I do say in the pattern is to please not sell them like the finished item, because the companies may chase you down for the profits. Okay, but make them, give them away, take photographs, share them out, show them off, go for it, and make sure you send me a picture because you know how I love your pictures. Right, so what I'm now going to do is give you 2 code words. Okay, they sound like the companies, but it's not. One is Dismay and the other one is Marvelous. Okay, so it's Dismay and Marvelous. So hopefully you've cottoned on as to which two companies these characters are from. So this month coming, your options, if you are lucky enough to win a winners only pattern, are from the let's go Marvelous first. From the Marvelous set, you have got Tree in a Flower Pot. Okay, so sit there, think about it. Which one of the Marvelous characters likes standing in a flower pot? And you'll know you'll know who it is. The second one is, of course, a webtastic. So think of the one character that throws webs everywhere and makes a complete mess of the area he lives in. There you go, you've sussed it, that's who it is. And next up is the Dismay set. Now, of course, I've been going on and on and on about the stitching time. The clue's in the name. It's really big. The stitching time. Okay, and that one is Huggable. He's so cute. And then this month coming, for the month of August, the new pattern is an accident prone elephant. That's right, I couldn't think of anything better to explain him. He is, of course, a Dismay character. He is extremely clumsy. He trips over his own ears. He accidentally gets drunk during bath time. Saying that, so do some of us. He leaps from tall buildings. And for some reason, he climbs trees but doesn't know how he gets there. So that is your clues of this month. Have you sussed it? I think you have. Just say in the chat, I sussed it. You don't need to name the character. I think we're pretty much all there. So as I said, those are the winning the patterns that you could win this month. And future months, the only thing is I will only be offering 4 per month, or a choice of 4 each month. So next month we will be losing the Tree in a Flower Pot and gaining a new one. So remember, the only way you can get your hands on these patterns is to either come in and join in on a live while it's live and win them there, or win them on competitions on this channel. Now, as I was writing up Accident Prone Elephant, I realised this pattern is going to be massive once it's made. So I have actually put in 2 options that you can use in that pattern. One is, of course, the standard corner to corner that we have here, and the other one I've searched out, found and had a test go at, and I'm loving it. It is called the C2C Mini. Now the C2C Mini means that you are actually swapping your double crochets out and you're putting in half double crochets instead, and there are less chains in it. So because of that, it makes the item smaller. Hold on, I'm going to come close to the camera. Okay, now this is my little couple of test samples that I've done. Okay, that is my normal corner, the normal corner to corner. Okay, this one is the mini corner to corner. Now both of those are 4 rows. So as you can see, the mini is that, just that, he is a mini, or she. Right? It's mini. So hopefully, if you decide, you work out your box counts for both of those and you realise that it's going to be too big as a corner to corner for where you want it within the house or the person that you're gifting it to, then it means that you can downsize to the mini corner to corner pattern instead. And I will at some point do a video for the mini corner to corner as well, so that you guys all know what the stitch is. But that's gonna have to wait until next week. I'll make it next week and possibly I'll post it out the week after. Now it's a super cool time. It is time for me to draw the winner of either one of these magazines if you're in the UK, or you got the opportunity, if you're outside of the UK, to still join in, but you'd be winning 2 of the winner only patterns if you're outside of the UK. If you're inside the UK, you can choose one of these or the patterns, the winner only patterns. So let me move all my stuff out the way and bring up my very, very cool camera holding device, so that I can get the camera really close. I told you it is a crazy day today. Oh, are you ready? Here's my crazy device. Not the lump of wood. It's actually attached to the basket. So I'm popping it down on the table. And now I am going to plug this one in and load up the random comment picker. I will see you in a moment. By the way, I'm recording this bit early, but the picking is going to be done on the right day. Right, so here we are. Let's add the URL code in. Scoot down and remove them duplicate filter them duplicate users, otherwise I will end up winning my own stuff. Now let's grab your comments. Right, we have got 19 of you. It was a very quiet competition. I was quite shocked actually, but anyway, ready, steady, start. Fee from Oz, congratulations darling. She says, wow, both magazines are lovely. I knit and crochet, so either one is fabulous. The unicorn pillow is hashtag number 3. Now Fee, you have in fact won this with the correct answer, but you didn't read the description box. I'm sorry. Patterns are only the books are only for the UK crazies, because of course with postage, especially if it was at the moment, it cost me an absolute arm and a leg. So you have the opportunity to collect 2 winner only patterns. Okay, you can also opt, because I'm being nice-ish, you can also opt to grab last month's one as well. Okay, so of course I've already told you what the 4 were, and then last month's one was May the 4th, so you've got a choice of the 5 patterns, and you have a week to come and claim your prize. So congratulations to the winner. If you could read the description box so that you know the order you need to do things, because you know I'm a bit pedantic like that. Once you've done that, if you could leave that message in this under this video, and then fire me off an email, okay, telling me which country you were in, and then we can work out your prize from there, whether I am sending you a package because you're in the UK, or whether I am firing you over a couple of PDF patterns, which of course are the winner only patterns. Only time will tell. I can't wait till tomorrow to find out. But again, remember, you have a week to claim your prize. So congratulations, winner. Right, that is it for me for today. I think I've talked your ear off long enough, and I've been on a bit of a turbo send, haven't I? So I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really soon. So if you can, please stay in and definitely stay safe. And ta-ra for now, everybody. Got my first sale, got my first sale, got my first sale. I'll be dancing around like a loony. Thank you ever so much, Jules B. Absolutely love you, honey. Mwah. And remember, if you need extra help, give me a shout.